All right, and so me found them right now on the line. We get no other person but the chairman of the National Electoral Commission at Sierra Leone. Of course, not other person, Mr. Mohamed N'Fa Alie Conteh. Of course, now we're going to talk to right now from Freetown, Sierra Leone on some of the questions we want to be done the same to we, now Sheriff's Broadcast Network. And of course, there can be no other person to talk to. We go able for enlighten we pass them. Hello, Mr. Conteh. How you do, sir?
Fine, thank you, Ibrahim.
That's good. That's good. You know, everything okay in Freetown with your family, with everything?
Well, we thank God things they go on smoothly, really. Thank God.
Okay, that's good. Good to know that. They try to talk to you today about the National Electoral Commission. Of course, plenty things that don't go on a deep and woke, and of course, we get concerns that will come inside. So, we just been feel say necessary for us to go clear some of them things. Then they you go on for giving updates as to the National Electoral Commission so far, the work that we don't do in preparation for the March 7, 2018 elections. What you could tell me about waiting when I don't do at this point?
Well, thank you very much, Ibrahim.
Yes, sir.
Well, at this point, Fambule on all those things, we don't declare 7th March 2018 as the date for the elections of president, members of parliament, and local councils. That date they still stand, Fambulem. And since that time, they would only prepare to us that date. And what would mean, we don't go all out, we try to forget boundaries now, or constituencies, which are people in the contest, or ward for members of parliament, and also wards for local council elections. We now get boundaries, 132 constituencies. We also get 446 wards. In between that time, they back, we'll be able to make sure that we assist government for draw new districts. But then at the government union side. But we get boundaries, constituencies, and wards to get them. 132 for members of parliament, and also 446 for local council elections. We also don't do the voters register, right? So now what we do, Fambulem, we distribute the cards and the voter identity cards then to everybody who can go register. We don't open the centers back, 3,300 centers nationwide. Now people then they go and collect their ID card. Then in the western area also, we get an election, we get village head elections. And that Waterloo area, western area rural district. There are nominations they just don't done for those elections. For the election, then they schedule them for the 29th of December, this 2017. But for now, for the 2018 election, we distribute voter ID cards now, and then we end for distribute them on the 4th of December. That's Monday. We get a 10-day period to begin for the 25th November, with the end on the 4th of December. Right.
Okay, that's good. And so you talk about voter ID cards. We don't get plenty complaints then from people them way they go get an ID cards that we get from abroad, you know, then they send pictures of some of the ID cards them. The demographic information on some of the ID cards them they're completely out of place. Like we can see woman in picture, then we see man named Pada Umande in picture. Or we can see two people then with two different faces, but then they carry the same name. Or we can see, like then can say Albert Academy Village, and so people that don't they get concerns about that. Your office don't they get any concerns like those? And if yes, what are some of the plans there for solve them problem and day before elections?
Well, Ibrahim, I want for preface this for say yes, indeed, with the two voter ID cards. Indeed, we get a few problems. But I want for left family out there no say the problems then really will get with voter ID card, then very few. We get over 3.1 million people that will register. And honestly, the problems with them card will not even reach 1%. I tell you that as a patriotic Sierra Leonean, as a true Sierra Leonean. But at the background, you get people and they will go out for derail the electoral process. Which I mean, derail the electoral process. They not be one let the elections be, and they not follow will succeed. So then they go all out. We get with the tractors, with the tracks by all means for destroy we. Now what they do now, photoshopping, some of them they do. When they get their ID card, correct one, then they go take another person in face, then put on it, then send on the internet, or let it look like say problems they do with the ID card. Right? If you look at, I'm sure one day said that one day where the person wear spectacles, they say snapper. No, it's not possible. Where would they snap? Nobody they wear spectacles. And they also wear particolor. Right? We again will not allow that way with the snap possible. They wear particolor. These are the problems. There are people that want for destroy it. They get a correct ID card, then they put other people. But yes, I agree. Say problems and day. Right? Everywhere. As long as they do with technology, problems. But then problems they no they destroy. No, they disenfranchise anybody. Anyway, the one that we get problems, definitely. Like for instance, you get some people then they hello, you get me?
Yes, I get you.
Okay. Let's say you get some people then they then go, all the details then they, but then face not they. We then get over 3,300 phones at all the centers, one per center. If you come, you get that kind of problem they will snap you back. When you when you get all your details but you face on they will snap you back. I will give you what you call an attestation form. Then we will give you a card later on. But even there, really the percentage is very small.
Okay. And so now we don't understand. So one of the things is we will not ever take anybody in picture we wear glasses, right?
No, we'll not ever.
Okay, no, so if somebody show up on election day. Yes, go ahead.
We will talk about biometrics. So the biometric details we need. And sometimes we need the face of the person, the iris, etc. So we don't take anybody we get a picture. We get glasses.
Right.
If you look at one of them, we not take that.
Yeah, we can look at one right now, Seth. Yes, that's true. So now photoshopping. Yeah, photoshopping.
Photoshopping.
Right. And so
you can kill me.
Right, definitely. So, Mr. Conteh, on election day, because waiting people that you talk back, they say the 2012 voter ID card will make it been completely different from this one. People that if you say, just like how you talk, people in the Photoshop the pictures there and other demographic information. So, meaning that this voter ID card owner issue, it is easily possible for a person to alter the information on including the picture. So, when I get any mechanisms where when I don't set in place for able for detect anybody who try for fraud the voter process on voting day?
Yes, surely enough, we get Andy, and we have to let people that know say this ID card. Now UND print them we print them outside. Then get security features in their ID card and they just like the money within the print. The money of the United States of America, the dollar, the Leone, etc., etc. Get security features. Okay. Because not be able for which ourselves alone. Yes, we'll laminate them cheaply, but that's not the plan B we will get. Okay. And some of them all know say the plan A was at NCRA, National Civil Registration Authority, for do a civil register. Out of that civil register, now they will get the voters register. But civil society and political parties, they may condemn down this, so we come in. Then we decide for a multi-purpose identity card. Just like the kind card owner they get by the United States of America.
Yes.
But we now, when we don't do them, the calculation, will cost up to $30 million. Forget them. $30 million forget them. So now NCRAB for distribute cards. But because the money is huge, they're not able to get it, and we want to conduct the elections on time, on the scheduled date. Right. Now then we come with a plan B, and this is very important formula. So the plan B, the follower will get this kind card, right? Cards with security features, laminated, to be used only on election day, for the election. Of course, people will use them for some other legal purposes, but we, now for law, will make sure we fumble them vote on election day. Now, we could print these cards there. But any attempted fraud on their cards, and the one will get the register, and that register, they get all the details of people that will register. We also get the phases of all the ones that will register. We get them. We get them. So when you go, if you go multiply that card, will they get you do any fraud? we will get you. We get mechanism in place, Ibrahim.
Okay, well, that's good to know that. Good to know that. So, meaning that most of the fears where some political parties then be get for say this card here easily, the information where they panel then go easily alter them. People are not going for fear that anymore because according to you, Mr. Conteh, there are security features embedded in those cards, right?
Yes, surely enough. Security features indeed embedded in those cards. We only go advise as in all other elections, political parties forget their agents, and the agents for doing every polling station. Every polling station, now they're right, we will give them. Right. Every political party to send 2 people them at every polling station for let them watch how the process will go, any attempted fraud, and report them.
Right. Okay. And so, Mr. Conteh, then this year we left around there. Now we see say when I receive a letter from government stating that they be done the issue funding to National Electoral Commission, and so you don't reach a point now. They want an accounting of them fundings. Then and if they not get the correct accounting, they need to continue for funduna. And we know say if they not continue for giving the funds then we need, it is likely possible that it will interfere with the electoral process, even to the extent that the election will take place. So waiting at the update on funding and logistics as far as NEC is concerned.
Well, again, we want to assure everybody for say the elections will hold on the 7th of March 2018. Yes, we get a letter from the ministry. Before now, over 1 month ago, I mean, funding will be very, very difficult. In fact, we've not been too sure until when we meet with the Ministry of Finance, then decide for now for give a payment plan on a weekly basis, or they give you 10 billion. They don't give out for 5 weeks now, like the 10 billion. Well, I mean, we don't stabilize. I mean, suddenly we just don't get this letter for say they don't give you a huge chunk of money to until we account for that. I mean, that's very, very unusual, very abnormal, and I don't know that kind of really service. So, we don't meet. But as far as we're concerned, the electoral process will go because any of them things, it definitely halt the activities where we they undergo, where we they carry on. Because we need funding. And before now, even part of that money, they will not use it for pay debt. And let me tell you, at some point in time, definitely the elections, we will get a lot of debt. A lot of debt now, we will get. Right. We will get a lot of debt. So, but we don't use that money for clear with debt now. That's bravo to them. But I don't know, besides this commodity, someone just say, the minister say we are for stop. But I'm sure that go settle. Not anything really big thing for worry about.
And so let we assume say the government stand by its words for say they're not giving no more funding. You feel say without that funding, the election will still continue for take place as scheduled?
With the plan the election as scheduled.
Okay.
I mean, if government, I don't think the government will reach that level. Now, government will don't give the commitment for say, I mean, the elections they go on, and the government will don't begin for fund them. Okay. So I don't think they will reach that level, Ibrahim. Okay. No, all rest assured for say, I mean, whoever will write that letter, it will come back to instances, and then for that will go before. Okay,
well, that's good to know. And so, Mr. Conteh, let's move on to a statutory instrument where when I introduce now Parliament. We understand, say, Parliament for dissolve in less than 3 weeks from today. And when I don't introduce this legal instrument 115, where they talk about the candidature fees them. So when I get confidence for say Parliament go able for debate this instrument here and pass them into law before they dissolve, is it possible?
Well, to be exact, Parliament for suppose or dissolving on the 7th, next Thursday. Next Thursday, right? Now in Parliament they dissolve. Okay. These are the instruments we get for doing the nomination fees. I just remind you now, in 2012, the National Electoral Commission introduced exorbitant nomination fees. The fees have been high. So just when the nomination for the 2012 elections they come, all the political parties then come together. They say they boycott the election because the fees are high. So at that time, the current president get for pay for all political parties. And they don't criticize me. In the National Electoral Observer don't criticize me. Now, against that background, we decide for meet with all the political parties for let we reduce the nomination fee. And I will also sit down together with them, we reduce them. We don't stand in a parliament for the first time, then pull her out. We don't send them out for the second time. So we they look. But apparently it look like say the willpower not there, right? If the will not there for let them pass them. But in any case, we they left to the people of Sierra Leone. We don't do our own side. The National Electoral don't do the own side. I will stand by that one, and we still stand say there is need to reduce those nomination fees. Otherwise, it will get far and back the electoral process. And we now we won't stand down there. So we deal with Parliament. We left with Parliament now and then get the supreme power to do anything they want to do. But me go advise that Parliament for make sure they pass our law because they hinge on the security of this country, they hinge on the electoral process, etc., etc.
Right, and you know, because plenty of people they know say Parliament can normally go through a lot of bureaucracy, and so if they get up to the 7th for make them dissolve, everybody they doubt for say then go able for do before that. So in case they're not able for pass this instrument here into a law, what in National Electoral Commission will do?
Well, we're not going to do anything. We will stick by the current exorbitant fee. And I want for states the fee then they're high. Not to be talking at the political parties and talking, they're high. And we left hand it to them. We left hand to the political parties and the people of Sierra Leone. But we don't do we own side. But if Parliament not pass them, we stick by those exorbitant, so-called exorbitant fees. Now then we will go deal it. But we advise all those concerned, the major stakeholder concerned, let them make sure them pass that bill there. So otherwise, we suspect it will create some problem.
Okay, yeah, definitely, because we'll be look at some of the fees then. So the one we say 30 million leones for presidential candidates, that list they won't be put now in the new one or not the old one?
Now in the new one, Okay. The other one have been 100,000 euros. I would reduce from 100,000 euros yes to that.
To 30 million. Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
And so, Mr. Conteh, plenty of people can ask and say, wait till make una left sit down, it can disclose before when they put out a sensitive statutory instrument like that one day to Parliament.
No, well, as I've been telling you, we don't put out a long before time.
Okay.
As an election management body, the timeline we will always get, we take care of time.
Okay. We
don't send them long before then. I tell you, we send them, then throw them out. They will not send them, but we don't send a long time, right? So, but between me and you, the willpower now ain't look like they in all a day, Okay. Like I'm not gonna hide down from you as a patriotic Sierra Leonean.
Right.
The willpower for letting pass up. Okay. Now they among certain people, otherwise them for don't pass up.
Yeah, and then this one back home is saying we understand say then go turn them back, for say, certain things then when are not correct certain things and so they're not they discuss them. And so when I don't try for ratify them issues then they and send them back?
We don't ratify them long time and there was enough time way by law so for we don't do that and they all.
Okay.
Even the one them they say for correct certain things, we hold a completely different view. But we said this too. I mean, as patriotic Sierra Leonean, I hold a completely different view. We believe that we do the correct thing, but some people then they will just be feel say they're not for pass that bill into a law. Okay. That's my own view personally, and the view of many Sierra Leoneans in
Okay. All right, we don't get you on side. So let we talk about. So when we talk about political parties, then we get for participate in the 2018 elections. Now, how many so far the Electoral Commission don't get now?
Well, as of now, we get about 14 political parties.
Okay, 13
from PPRC.
Right.
I mean, I've been 12 or 2 don't get new certificates. Right, so you don't make until 14. But with the expect say, really by the close of the election, we will get something like 15 to 20 political parties.
Okay.
They expect that. But so, for now, the legally registered one who don't get that certificate, they are now they're 14.
Okay, so for the purpose of logistics and preparations, when I get any deadline, we when go accept political parties then back, or when I not go accept them, any deadline for that?
Well, actually, by law, no deadline on the people can register anytime they want. But for we get deadline, and the deadline is the nomination period. And we hope for get the nomination in January. So I think after January, when we don't do nomination, we don't think so we will accept any political party again. Okay. So we own deadline really from now on to January.
Okay, so the deadline is from now to that time. Okay, and so so Mr. Conteh, let we talk about the observers then we get for observe the Sierra Leonean election, because people then still, even though then they still say the National Electoral Commission, they do a very good job in preparation to the 2018 elections, but people then get serious issue with whether the elections will not be manipulated by the incumbent government. And so they want to know if countries then they don't register already right now for medical observe the elections, countries, organizations around the world. Do you have any idea of that?
Yes, because election observation is a feature of free, fair, transparent, credible elections. The National Electoral Commission does write to various organizations at the world, the European Union, European Union, etc., ECOWAS, the African Union, and other organizations, embassies, inviting them for more than come observe the election. And so they don't come, they don't send missions. That's how they do their own preparation. So then besides that, we also get civil society organizations, what they call like the National Elections Watch. That's how they for observe all the elections. Now every polling station. In fact, really, then they do a very good job in observing elections. So they're ready for both national organizations and external international organizations for can observe the election. Okay. Then also political parties, of course, as I say, themselves get tried for send agents from it and look at the election process. Okay.
Right, well, that's good. And how about security during the elections? When I don't put that one into place, we see, say, government don't change people in certain key security positions in the country, the Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Staff, all them people and then at the top. So is that in any way going to affect the work of the National Electoral Commission?
No, I don't think that will affect the work of the National Electoral Commission. I think they're down in a government in your routine duties down there. But we and the security sector, the Office of National Security, the Sierra Leone Police, will work closely. But we'll get what you call an integrated election security project. Or they want to work with, where UNDP and the donors, the kind of fund, the government of Sierra Leone, for security, for provide security. That's their own. So we will not think so we'll get any major security business really problem, because we work with the Office of National Security and the Sierra Leone Police. We work together.
Okay, so if I can ask you for summarize, waiting are your confidence level in terms of preparations, logistics, and a peaceful, transparent, and credible elections in Sierra Leone March 2018?
It's well over 90%.
Okay.
Well over that.
Okay, that's good.
Well over 90%. So I don't understand the trade.
Okay.
Well over that one.
Okay. So if we get Sierra Leoneans all over the world, they listen to you right now, what will be your message as chairman of the National Electoral Commission to them all?
Well, my message to everybody is that the National Electoral Commission will committed for conduct credible elections, right, in 2018, but we need the support of stakeholders, political parties, right, other institutions, sister institutions like the Political Party Registration Commission, right, the National Commission for Democracy, the government of Sierra Leone, in terms of funding. I mean, there are our international partners. Yeah, we need their support, but we assure everybody say we will conduct the election based on our legal framework and international best practice.
Okay. All right, Mr. Conteh, we thank you very much for your time. And of course, we appreciate you. We know you're a very busy person, but anytime we'll call you ready for talk to you about the elections in the country. And we see how hardworking you are and the transparent your organization is. I want to tell you plenty thank you for your time, and we wish you all the best in your job assignment.
Oh, thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you very much.
All right.
And say hello to all me family all over the world.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Conteh.